Welcome
That is
back,
true.
beautiful people. It's been a minute. I'm the RB3.
Grizz _XI.
Wolf Cross. Just call me Wolf.
I was gonna call you Cross.
Ah,
So, guys, there's a lot of stuff going on recently, especially in the streamer space. A lot of drama, a lot of chicanery,
Yep.
nonsense, shenanigans, if you will. What do you guys want to talk about?
lots happening. There's too much to talk about, but we can pick a few.
I mean,
Since I'm wearing the hat, let's start with kick.
oh boy, here we go.
Well,
I mean,
I just feel like it gets put down a lot. I have some faith in it. It sounds weird saying it like that, but it's just I think it's just the bad streamers. There's only a handful, and if you go to kick, there's a bunch of people who are like good. I like to kick it in there and watch the streams and just
Mhm.
hang out. But then, like if you look at it from the outside, you got all these big names doing some really dumb things, and it's all like all the dirty laundry gets put on display, and then every time something shows up on Kick, and there's like all the Twitter people are like, "That's why I'm not on there. That's why." I'm like, "Shut up! It's not like that. I
What-
swear, it's not like that."
what's the old adage? Sex sells, right? Sex, drugs, rock and roll, that whole shtick.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the kind of stuff that happens though in this space where it's like the people who shouldn't have any kind of a platform and that are like more on the scummy side, they're the ones that like they end up with the platform and then they get all the attention, whether it be positive or negative.
Mhm.
And then you already have the people that are anti-kick or they're anti-Twitch or whatever. They already got like the bad name thrown at them and they're just running with it. So then you see, like you said, you see stuff like that and it just doesn't, from them outside looking in, doesn't really look, it doesn't give it a good name. It just kind of keeps that what they already, their preconceived things about it just kind of keeps that going. So it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is.
But on the other hand, though, Twitch, like, there's a reason I switched over to Kick in the first place.
Twitch has had a few problems recently.
Which, oh my god, like, how the hell are there people there who get banned consistently for like one day, maybe like 3 or 4 bans, and they're still there? And it's all they were all for like one day. I don't want to say who. I'm pretty sure you probably know.
I
When
think
And-
it could boil down to the fact that here recently you got the CEO coming out saying that they're not profitable. So these big names, even though they gotta have the look like, okay, they clearly did something. We have to show that they have some repercussions. We'll give them a short ban, and then people can't say we didn't do anything. And they're bringing us in money, so we need them to get back live ASAP, and keep getting money from them because we need them.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head where money talks. As much as it pains me to say it, because you know me, I like to think I have a good moral compass and I have good head on my shoulders. If you look at it, Twitch has not been profitable since Amazon purchased them.
Yep.
They have yet to turn a profit, and you just found that's now in the forefront and people are acting shocked, but people have known about that for years. Twitch has yet to turn a profit. So when you have the large creators, even if they do bring in a lot of drama and a lot of BS, if they're bringing you in money, you have to make an example of them, but you also still want them to bring you in money, which is why they're still on the platform.
Yeah, which is also, I've been seeing some stuff here lately that made a lot of sense to me that I never really thought about. And that's how, if you notice, every single ad that you see on Twitch and you get bombarded by those ads, they are all Amazon based. They are not ads for upcoming movies or this and that. They're all Amazon based ads. And I think it was Big E. Somebody was saying, I think it was Big E put out a thing about it, or somebody that I saw made a lot of sense that basically said, if you think about it, Amazon acquired Twitch as basically another way to constantly entice people to buy shit from them.
Mhm.
Because I mean, like I said, that's everything that you see. So they're using Twitch as an ad space, basically, just to get everybody to like, oh, this streamer's using this, I want to use what my favorite streamer is using, let me hit this Amazon link and go over there and buy it here, versus like you're not going to see it and go out and buy it on buy it at Best Buy, or this and that. You're going to go and you're going to get it on Amazon because
Yeah.
it's being shoved in your face. So Twitch itself is not necessarily profitable, but I don't know that Amazon fully cares, because Amazon is always going to be profitable, and to them that's marketing. They're shoving their platform and their products in hundreds of thousands of people's face daily.
Yeah.
So
They're
it
paying
makes sense.
for advertisement.
Yeah,
Being the
essentially.
what it is.
But yeah, it seems to be a downward trend, because it started with the ad thing where, like you guys said, you just get bombarded with ads, every 3 to 5 minutes, right? Something like that.
God,
Oh, it's
but
ridiculous.
there's like 3 to 5 of them though in a row. Like, oh
Yeah.
my God,
So
it's not like 30-second and you get back in the action.
So,
It's
no,
like 2 to 3 whole minutes worth of 30-second ads.
and then that's one way they're bringing in money. But then two, they tried to do that, and it's probably still not working because people just don't want to click on your stupid ads. So now they're to the point where they're laying off staff,
Yeah.
and it's just not looking good.
Yeah, because you got to think Amazon is trying to get up there to compete in the ad space with what Google and Google. I mean, Google's everywhere. Google owns YouTube, correct? So, I mean, you're talking the two that's who they're trying to compete with. So,
Yeah.
Twitch is a way for them to constantly market their site and their products, and it's in front of hundreds of thousands of people every single day.
Yep.
So that's a way of them trying to use Twitch to make money.
Yeah, they can't.
And then
it's a search engine. It's like no way.
Did you see where, speaking of Kick, where one of the main people from Kick put out a tweet saying that Kick would buy Twitch in 2 years?
I saw it. I just forgot who put it.
I can't remember the dude's name, but he said Kick will eventually buy Twitch, and I'm like, wouldn't that be a wild turn of events? Could you imagine?
Hey, I'm along for the ride. So
yeah, that would be absolutely wild.
Because I mean, as a people like shame this word. They're like, no, don't use it. As a smaller creator, which I am. Clutch your pearls. It doesn't really matter what platform I'm on, because I hate to tell people, you can be live and you can stream every single day and you can grind. But the thing about content creation is it's more than just live streaming. Once you're not live, you're not doing anything. If you are, and multiple people have talked about this recently, like between big, medium, and even small creators, they're like, if you're starting out and you're just new to it, they're like, yeah, you can stream, that's fine. Your two best platforms to grow, and this is even from the larger creators, they're like, they don't pull people in just by streaming. They pull people in from outside sources, and those two sources are YouTube and TikTok. Those are the two front runners right now, especially because short form content is blowing up because people have goldfish brain in the year 2024.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody is all about, like, that's everybody's advice anymore. If you see it, it's just like constantly regurgitated is, you can't just stream, don't just hit live and have no plan. If you want to see growth, you got to do short form content. And even that is, it's like hard to get discovered. Like, you can get, people can like your TikToks or like your Instagram reels or like your YouTube shorts, but you gotta, there's still an art to it. You can't just throw stuff up and hope that's still going to bring people in. You have to figure out what works for you. You need to be like at least somewhat decent at editing them, and that, it's a fickle beast to try to figure out, but
yeah.
There's still an art to it. So just because you do short form content doesn't still mean you're going to see the growth. But it's definitely going to help because otherwise nobody's ever going to see you. Nobody's ever going to see your content. They're going to know who you are. So it's just an absolute must, and you just got to figure out what works for you.
Yep.
Okay, well, I have a question. What do you guys think of the whole I don't know what to call it, softcore OnlyFans content? Well, it's because it's on there, and they're always looking to push the boundaries somehow, and it's like fine line between the TOS of how to manipulate the words and do some like the bars type of ideas they keep bringing up. But at this point, like I think everybody agrees, or the majority, as when I saw when they were doing it, is like, why don't you just accept it? Like at this point, like why don't you just make a section for it? Or like you got to be 18. You gotta, like, if you want to go into that section, like put in your credit card or something. Like I don't know how they do it over there on the other sites, but something to keep the little kids out, or the mom, let me borrow your card. I'm just,
Well,
but
so I mean that's
because it's getting out of hand, and like everybody knows, like if you go on Kick or Twitch, you're gonna find it. Besides, like hardcore, like obviously genitals. That's where we draw the line. But I mean, you've seen the pool, hot tubs and pool section, and it's getting ridiculous.
it's not just that section, man. It's like
Just chatting a couple times too. I'm
just chatting ASMR. Like,
yeah.
Here's the thing: you need to put a designated. I feel there's no way around it. It's not going away.
Exactly.
And you know me, I think that kind of stuff's ridiculous, but it's there. It's there. It's not going anywhere, and it brings in money for people. Due to like the pseudo relationship aspect of lonely gamers, essentially. But if it's not going anywhere, and we're just gonna throw our fists in the air and shout we don't like that, I think if you put a designation on channels that do shit like that, and then you require like an ID verification on the site, it alleviates a lot of the problem.
Yeah,
See,
stops pretending that it's not fucking there for some reason,
Yeah.
Like Chris was saying, it's just it makes them money.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere. Let's be honest, it's not going anywhere. And
well, and it goes back to the money talks thing, because these sites, while they are like platforms, they're businesses.
Yep.
They want what is ever going to bring them in money, and that brings them traffic, that brings them clicks, that brings them watch time, and that translates to money most of the time.
Yeah, but I think so. I've kind of talked about this with some people just to see like where some people's heads at were, like with that kind of stuff. Like, we've seen they retracted a lot of stuff because it got real out of hand real fast when they made those changes.
A lot of anime porn.
It was literally like next day they were like, okay, yeah, we got to change this.
A lot of anime porn.
Yeah, it got wild. So then you had the whole censor bar thing and this and that, which was essentially implied nudity and all this kind of stuff. That got kind of cracked down on really fast. I mean, they had to, because they are a business. They still have to look good to the public and try to maintain like a good image.
You know what I mean? That's because of the words they use, like artistic nudity. Oh, yeah, I can sound naked and porn. No, it's like, no, like literally no. Just add no pornographic shit going on. You can't draw people having sex.
So what you're
draw naked, like lewd, maybe, right? Because they still do that shit anyways.
So you're telling me I can't get in a kiddie pool and pour maple syrup on myself and call it artistic?
Well, see, that stuff they're definitely putting the loopholes to work there with the hot tubs, pools, and bikinis and all that kind of stuff, because you see it, they're using it to their advantage, and they're also using it to promote their other sites and this and that, and they're making money from both, and it's just wild.
I don't know if you remember, like they were using bikinis, and they said no more bikinis unless you're actually at the beach or in the pool, and that's how the hot tub, little kiddie pools inside the living rooms. That's how it happened.
It's a pool.
Because of the TOS.
It's
but
like
I said, I don't know how there's nobody smart enough on Kick or Twitter. I mean, not Twitch, to write fucking TOS to be like, all right, like calm your asses down. Obviously, bikini
Like
doesn't.
finer line, like
You have to fucking be at the beach. All right,
yeah.
you can't be
Like-
in your living room. The living room doesn't fuck. You know what I mean?
like quit being vague with it and quit
Yeah,
allowing people to find these
they
little
allow
loopholes and
it.
gray
They
areas.
allow- That's what they call it. Was it a lawyer talk, right? Specifically, this is how you have to interpret the law, right? And for some reason, they can't do that shit on Twitch or Kick. Or like, like it's easy. Artistic nudity doesn't mean you have to go draw some porn.
Yeah.
And this guy fucking took it and ran with it.
Well, like you guys were saying too, just to come back to the like trying to implement some kind of like age verification or credit card type of thing to still allow it on Twitch but be separate. I don't see that working because I mean, how many times, like if I go to Steam and I look up a mature game and it says enter your age, I mean, that's all you have to do. So you put your birthday to makes you 18 or whatever. Like you don't have to actually be 18. You know what I'm saying? Like no, like we all do that kind of stuff. Like you just throw it in and call it good. But so you would have that still to deal with as far as if you wanted to protect the kids from seeing this type of content and stuff. So you would still have that. Then you had like the whole thing with Epic and Fortnite where kids were getting a hold of their parents' like credit cards and stuff, and they're still putting this stuff in. Like, people are still going to find a way to see that stuff as long as it's around. So, like you said, I think the only way to deal with it truly is you have to be definitive, like with your words. Like, you have to be definitive. You have to stop allowing these like loopholes and gray areas and allowing this kind of stuff to be on like what literally the foundation of the site is a gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying it needs to be strictly gaming. Like there's cooking stuff, there's podcasts, there's there's all this other stuff that is great. I think it's great. I think it gives people a way to show, other things that they can do. But then when you're flat out like using it, like you said, as like a softcore porn site to promote your actual porn sites, like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, we like sure, I mean, it's whatever. It doesn't bother me any. I could care less. People are going to do what they're going to do. But I'm just saying, if you think it's a true problem and you want to find a solution, like it could be done. I don't think allowing it on the site fully like it is and trying to put it behind some kind of paywall or age verification, I still don't think that's the answer. But it definitely gets abused. The loopholes get abused.
I'm not saying like allow
well, yeah, obviously.
I meant just like extra steps and define the TOS better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the only true way to deal with it is you have to be definitive in your wording, and you have to truly punish the people that try to find the loopholes and the gray areas and stuff, and not just be like, "Oh, you're banned for 24 hours, and you can come back and do it tomorrow." And until somebody throws a fit, we'll ban you for another 24 hours, and then you can do it again because it's bringing us money and it's making you money. Whatever,
that's what it is. One day they're back, and I'm just like,
I mean, that's
again. I'm like, it's like this. Didn't this girl get banned 4 times already? Like,
and that's
for one day.
Yeah,
that's the one problem when they talked about trying to find like definitive lines for their TOS is that they don't want to be definitive, because if they're too definitive one way, they piss off one section. They're too definitive the other way, they piss off the other section. So they try to tread that like fine line without going over it. And like, not only is that probably an issue for them, but every live streaming site, the IRL sections are having like real ramifications from the degenerate stuff that's going on those sites. You have people like legitimately breaking laws, and they're like, "It was just a prank, bro." No, like I'm sorry to say, like the world I grew up in is no longer a thing. Like the world's incredibly volatile. So you go too far in a certain direction, somebody might look at you as a threat. And
we've had that happen. We've seen that happen.
It's already happened. There was that. Was he a YouTuber that got shot?
Yep. Where they were dressing up and throwing bags at people and running away and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God, that was
And I called that I said that was going to happen.
And
it was like plain as day, like this is going to be bad. And they allowed it, and it happened.
And I gotta give credit to Kick. They banned. I don't know who the dude is. I don't know who he is. I've seen his name. I'm not going to mention his name because he doesn't deserve any airtime. But the dude walks around in public and he hires a bodyguard, and then he like runs into people and acts like a complete degenerate piece of shit.
Yeah.
And they banned him.
Yeah, which I'm glad they did ban him.
They banned him because he had girls showing their boobs on a live stream. Okay, so that's against
something should have happened a long time
ago.
But
that's against TOS, and it shouldn't have gotten to the point where this kid is now getting a following somehow of people that just watch him be a degenerate in public.
Yep.
Like it's a generation of people behind a keyboard who don't understand that real life you don't get a respawn. Like you have one chance. You have one chance, and if you fuck it up bad enough, pardon my language, you don't come back.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys watched the full like episode of that most recent Scuffed podcast where they kind of talked about this, and XQC's take on it was kind of like he said this kind of stuff he's like it's blowing up now, which it's done in the past, and then you had the exact thing that we just talked about happen. And then it stopped for a long time. And now it's like becoming a thing again. So his kind of take on it was that it'll all like balance itself out eventually. And he doesn't think anybody needs to like keep doing it. He said the real like power, if people want to see it, is to not watch it.
Yeah.
Which is true. It's just, you know, people love drama and people love that kind of shit. So they're just going to watch it regardless. Like, it's just a thing, unfortunately. Like I said, you know, the people that don't deserve the platform that they get are the ones that get them, whether it's in a good way or a negative way. It just happens. But basically, his take on it was it'll eventually balance itself out. And he basically, without saying it, was like somebody's going to get hurt again, and it's all going to stop. Which it shouldn't have to get to that point of somebody getting hurt.
Yeah.
But like essentially that's kind of going to be what it takes. You know, it's like he said, it'll eventually sort itself out, he thinks, but I don't know, man. Like
here's
you
the
said,
other...
it's just not the world that I grew up in, because that would not be tolerated.
No. And
like, yeah,
on
there'd
the
be consequences for your actions.
On the flip side of that, it's like every day I open my Twitter, my X, I don't care what you call it. Don't come after me.
It's Twitter.
Anyway, I constantly see like clips and videos are recommended to me of channels I don't follow. They're not retweeted by people I follow. It's like people fighting in the street, 6 people beating the shit out of one person, somebody getting shot at, or I'm like, I have blocked minimum of 100 different like pages over the past week. Just because when I get on my social media, I don't want to be reminded of how degraded society has become.
Yeah, the For You section can be wild sometimes.
And it's the same thing with like when I make content. I've told you guys this before. I tell everybody this before. I do this as an escape. I do this to have people laugh with or at me. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
So if you're finding yourself struggling mentally a little bit, block it out. Like legitimately, just block it. Like block it,
100%.
Move on. That's my little piece of advice if you take anything from this podcast.
Yeah, to me, like, dude, I can have like you have a long day, your day drags out, whatever, you're just like blah, kind of, you know, you have to deal with reality all day long. It's like, for me, like, you know, a lot of people have their different ways that they like to relax at the end of the day, whether that's watching TV, whether it's listening to music, you know, whatever the case may be, however you unwind for your day or whatever. For me, that has always been and probably always will be like gaming. Like, I can come home, I enjoy all of my time with my family and all that, but it's like the couple like hour to 2 hours or whatever that I can just like sit down, play a game, and like chill and just kind of not have to deal with anything, like, or like not deal with anything, but like think about like work or this and that, and I can just like have fun with my friends. Like,
Yeah.
that's my unwinding time. Like, I don't know. That's like you said, it's just that's my like escape or whatever you want to call it, I guess.
I concur.
And I'm not ever gonna like, for me, when it comes to content too, I'm not ever gonna not be myself.
Yeah.
To try to like, I'm just gonna be me. And if you like that, then that's cool. We become friends. We hang out. It's how we all became friends in the first place. However long ago that was. Um, we don't do the fake shit. We don't need to go out and do all this dumbass shit to try to get people to watch us, whether it be in a positive or a negative way. Just to try to make something of ourselves or whatever. Like, I'm just gonna do me and find people that vibe with that along the way, and we can have a good time, we can laugh, and we can enjoy that escape from reality together. Like, that's what it's always been for me.
100%.
It's not anything else. That's it.
Well, with all this shit online and all this Twitch versus Kick versus YouTube versus the streamer lounge called Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Let's say if you were gonna give advice to a new streamer, so let's say someone's first stream is gonna be tomorrow, and they're asking you where would you start, or what would you give them for advice? Like, where would you stream, or any tips? Like, let's just say rewind 3 years ago when we're all starting, and you're basically telling yourself what would you do, or like if Lil Wolf, hey, my first stream, this is what I need you to do.
I think that answer is going to be different for everyone, but I would say the general consensus, if you're starting it on some sort, like any kind of budget or whatever, where you're not trying to spend money, or if you're just trying to do it to have a good time, and you want to see growth or whatever, and then put money back in, like invest back into it later.
Mm.
I would say you can multi-stream with Restream for free, but you have to pick 2 sites. So in my opinion, I would say start there, because my opinion, multi-streaming, like I do it right now currently because I'm getting back into all of this after my break. I would say limiting yourself to one platform just wouldn't really make any sense trying to start out. I think you don't have to pick a place to call home until like later on, if you're seeing more success on one than the other, then just kind of pick that and keep building on it. But I'd say just starting out for a brand new streamer, just multi-stream, and whether that be, I'd say Twitch has to be one of them. My opinion, Twitch has to be one of them. So I say you do either Twitch and Kick, or you do Twitch and YouTube. You have to have like 1,000 followers or something to even go live on TikTok. I don't think I would start there. So it works for some people, but I don't think I would start there. I say you pick Twitch and Kick or Twitch and YouTube. Those are the 3 biggest platforms, hands down, and you just pick 2 of them and roll with it.
Being able to live stream outside of TikTok's own app, like to get your stream key, is damn near impossible now, and I'm experiencing that firsthand. But I mean, wind the clock back to when I first started streaming, 19? When my logo was...
What you want to do today?
If I were to do it today, if I were to give myself advice, I'm just gonna echo the Grizz's sentiment here. Like, definitely restream. Like, it's free. Go make an account. Link your stuff up. There's numerous places you can stream, but there's really only a couple that are beneficial for like a live platform, and there's no sense in limiting yourself to one because you don't need to. So I would say if you're gonna live or multi-stream, rather, do Twitch and Kick, just because those are the 2 prominent ones, and see if and where you get a better footing while making content on platforms like YouTube and TikTok.
Yep.
Just interesting to me that nobody said YouTube.
I said YouTube. I said pick. I
No, I
said
mean,
you
like
could.
stream on YouTube.
Well, that's
Yeah,
just
I said
from.
either.
It
I
just
just
doesn't
think
feel right.
Twitch has to be one of them.
So a lot of people still view YouTube as like a video platform, and
It's long. It's a place to view long form content, whether that be how tos or
yeah,
just purely entertainment.
like the long forms, their shorts are growing. Like I've had YouTube shorts blow up.
Have
But
you?
I also have streamed on YouTube before, and the problem is if you don't have like an established subscriber base, you're not gonna have a lot of push out. Now I've gained like a follower or two like through streaming, but it's very sporadic. And it's in terms like I would focus on YouTube for like shorts, and if you like long form, do long form.
Mm.
Yeah, because you got to think YouTube is still like one of the biggest platforms in existence for content in general. It has like millions of active viewers every single day.
Yeah.
The only reason I say Twitch has to be one of them is because even if you're not super involved in content creation or the streaming space necessarily, like talking from like an outside perspective, if you tell somebody like your friends, your coworkers, anybody that you stream, like you stream video games or whatever the case may be, I can almost guarantee you the first place they're going to look for you is going to be Twitch. Just because everybody for years has known Twitch as the streaming platform. That's the place where people stream.
Yep.
So I saw a video or something recently where a guy was talking about that exact thing, and he said people that he doesn't even know, if he says he streams, they say, "What's your Twitch?" So they
Mhm.
can find him. They don't say, "Oh, what platform are you on? What platform do you stream on?" Or "Are you this or that?"
Yeah.
They just say, "Oh, you stream? What's your Twitch?" So I can find you.
Yep.
My opinion, I think it has to be one. And then the other, I think, is just purely preference. And even experiment. Don't limit yourself to two right off the bat. You can experiment. I say Twitch has to be one. And then you can experiment. Maybe 1 week you throw the second stream is on Kick. The second week, another week you try the second stream on YouTube and see what happens, and just experiment and play around with it. But I just think Twitch has to be one.
Agreed.
Even with all of its the negativity, the drama, all the stuff that you see, I still think it is like right as of right now, it's not going anywhere, and as of right now, it's the main platform people know when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
Now, I will tack something onto the end of that. Once you are established, once you have yourself a bit of a following, like you have people that like to watch you consistently, then you might want to start considering where you want to call home, whether it's Twitch, whether it's Kick. People like to talk about the incentives on Kick.
Mhm.
If you're a smaller creator, you're not really going to see a lot of that benefit. And that's why like when people talk about Kick and like all the benefits to it, you only really receive those benefits once you have something established.
Yep. And unless we've all three looked at it, together and just like kind of comparing and doing our own kind of like research and whatever you want to call it. And if you go to pretty much any category on Kick, unless you're the top, I would say 1 to 5, maybe 10 max creators for whatever specific game or whatever you're doing on Kick, your discoverability, even though it's marketed as it's like the place to get your start, and it's got all these like you said, benefits and incentives, and you're going to be successful over here. It's from my experience, and I think all three of our experiences, it's hard. It's harder than it sounds, even though you would think,
Yeah.
outside looking in, that's the place where everybody just wants to support you like crazy and come over here and you'll love it and it's the greatest platform ever and blah blah blah. While it's cool and I like it, and we all have creators we like there and stuff, unless you're the top few people, you're streaming to, your discoverability is still going to be so hard unless you're doing outside content, because you can look and it'll say X amount of viewers for this game, and 90% of those viewers are in like one person's stream, and the rest are like trickled down to the next few, and then the rest is just countless people that are streaming to 5 or less people.
Well,
so
and that would lead to my next point, is that Twitch, and it pains me to say this because they still do have a lot of issues. Twitch still is predominantly the king of the live stream space. Kick is a good competitor, but Kick also needs to have more incentives to bring viewers onto the platform. They currently do not have it, and they are working on it, and they are very vocal about working on it and making the viewer experience much better, which will in turn lead to people wanting to come to and be on and watch things on the platform, which is good. It's not there yet, but it's supposed to be coming. And I think once you get to that point, we might be having a different conversation.
Yes, because I personally, I'm pretty excited with him talking about the Kick V2 that's supposed to be rolling out sometime soon. I don't think we've gotten a date when as of making this, but I'm excited to see what that looks like, because like I said, I do enjoy the site, and it's by far the biggest competitor that Twitch has ever had in this space. We saw Mixer came and went like nothing. We've seen all these others that try to do it, and you have people that go over there like I don't even know what all there is now. There's like Rumble or something, and like there's all these other small like live streaming things that are trying to compete. But
there's Rumble, there was Discord Live for a while. There's one that's popped up recently is like Stream Live Space, which I haven't really.
Yes,
I think I claimed my name there, but I haven't looked any further into it.
I haven't even looked at it at all. I don't think.
I'm still sad that Mixer cannibalized itself. That was I enjoyed that platform. I did.
Oh yeah, Sparks. Every time somebody redeemed the Sparks, he was like,
yeah, dude, it was sick.
See, that all happened when I couldn't stream, when I had my big break. That all like went down during that period of time.
Yeah.
So I didn't even get it as far as a streamer. I didn't even get to experience Mixer, but keeping up with all that was a wild ride for sure. Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see where Kick goes. And right now the future of Twitch is so up in the air too. It's like it's hard to tell what's going to happen with this. If you've kept up with that at all, I mean, you've seen it's just 2024 is already off to a wild start.
If something happens to Twitch, Kick. Just automatic.
Automatically, yeah.
I just automatically.
Let me ask you this. Do you think it would ever get to a point, because again, as everybody stated, and it's been this way for years, they have yet to turn a profit on Twitch. Do you think Amazon would just straight up sell Twitch to Kick?
I could see it.
Well, I don't know.
You really thought Mixer was just going to go after like?
No.
Was it even less than a year? Holy crap!
No, dude. Mixer was like running strong, and within like a month and a half, they're just like, done. We're done.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
nobody
man.
Knew. It was just like, here you go. Like a lot of the people that worked there on their Twitter, they were like, nobody knew. It was just boom, done. Like, get out of here.
That's wild.
Like, holy crap! Like people that were like in didn't know. That's how crazy that's to me.
Well, I think as far as that goes, we've kind of talked about it before. I don't know, because Amazon how do you say that? In of itself, you know what I'm saying. Anyways,
in and of itself,
Amazon. There you go. So Amazon is like, they're so huge, and they generate billions of dollars, so they're so profitable themselves. I don't know that they would just get rid of Twitch just simply because Twitch is a way for it's marketing for them. It's their products, their site, constantly thrown in everybody's face with all the ads that we all know and love. it's constantly thrown in your face and it's being that way for, you know, hundreds of thousands of viewers every single day for hours upon hours. So while Twitch itself is having its own issues and having its, you know, problems where they're not profitable and things like that, I don't know that Amazon would just straight up get rid of them just because it's marketing for Amazon and they're trying to compete in that ad space with Google, essentially.
Mhm.
You know?
No, that's the thing. It's echo chamber type of advertisement. You're on Twitch, like
Their
that's
ads
it.
are Amazon.
Unless unless they get a freaking search engine or something that outside of it, there's no competition. Google owns it.
Bring back Ask
Yeah.
Jeeves.
Ask
That-
Jeeves, even Yahoo. Yahoo's still around there.
Yeah, that
Like,
I
if
don't
you
know.
want to compete with Google, how? Twitch is not a search engine. Amazon's not a search engine.
Yeah.
Well, just I'm just talking in strictly ad space because
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Google owns YouTube, so you go to YouTube, you see ads for everything.
yeah.
Because that money is going straight, you know, all these other platforms that have ads, they're running ads for anybody that'll pay them to run an ad. You know, they're promoting new movies, they're promoting new TV shows, they're promoting
Mhm.
this, that, they're promoting everything. You go to Twitch, it's promoting Amazon.
Yeah.
Anything Amazon Prime, Twitch related. That's what it's promoting. So I don't know if they have, I guess, sponsors maybe that they work with too.
Well, that's the question.
So
Would
that's what they're trying to compete with.
Would
Is
it be
they're trying
better
to
for
bring
them?
that sponsors and stuff in, I think.
Would it be better for them to sell off Twitch and just advertise on YouTube and Google? If
I
they're
don't know,
bleeding,
because then that's essentially wouldn't they have to
but they know
Amazon would then have to
everybody
pay
uses YouTube,
Google to
and
run
everybody
their
uses
ads
Google,
though.
everybody uses Google. Well, yeah, they're losing money. They're practically paying.
I guess that's true. It's
Okay,
like, would they rather pay Google or would they rather pay Twitch
and
employees?
you would get more eyes. Literally, go to Google, you
Yeah, I
type
don't know.
in,
It's tough.
and bam, sponsors like the first 5 always, right?
Yeah.
It's Amazon. They don't have money.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like I guess you would have to see, like, obviously we don't know, you know, outside looking in, what would they spend more money to run their own ads through Google and YouTube and things like that? Would they spend more money paying those platforms to run their ads for for Amazon products or whatever?
Mm.
Or are they spending less money by, like, yes, they are paying Twitch employees and their, money goes to creators and stuff, but then you also have creators bringing in money to Amazon. So does that come out to where they're spending
How is
money in
this
either scenario,
possible?
but is one a little bit less than the other because they're still making money off of Twitch too? So does it kind of like make it to where they're still spending less by having Twitch, even though Twitch is not profitable?
How is it not profitable? That's what I don't understand then. Right? If they're losing money, then I'd rather use that money and use it on. Imagine YouTube, Amazon ads. Because I know YouTube runs ads like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and look at all these content creators who they have affiliate links for the products that they display, and those
On
links take you to Amazon.
On YouTube,
Yeah,
right?
it's in their description, so those links still take you to Amazon. So
Exactly.
that's basically a way of Amazon making money without even having to pay to run ads or anything, because they have people like us that make YouTube videos, and then there's all the products, and you click on a link in the description and it takes you to Amazon, and you want this camera, then here's a link to it, and I earn a commission off of it, whatever, and then people buy that camera if they want it,
Mhm.
So I don't know. I think maybe that's why they don't do it, and I don't know. I'm not a big business person, I guess, but
Very
I
awkward.
would have never. I mean, you've always had people talk about it for years, but I would have never thought that Twitch is not profitable in any way, shape, or form. But I guess they get everybody has a salary and stuff. They got to pay the people to run the platform and do this and that, and then the split with the creators, and it's I don't know. Somehow they're not necessarily making money, even though they're being funded. But Amazon's still making money off of them. I guess
Twitch is
I
the only
don't
one
know.
though that goes 50-50. YouTube is 70-30. Obviously, Kick is 95-5. But Twitch is
Well,
taking
and
half. How is it not?
Twitch is not even. It's not even
after everything you
50-50 for everybody, right?
No, it is 50-50. That was the whole Shabakal thing where like I was like
That's what made a lot of the
50-50 to everybody. That's what it was.
That's
See, I thought partners and stuff still got agreements where they got like 70-30 splits and stuff. Or
unless
like 60-40
some of them have some of them, and I'm saying like the largest, like the Asmongold's have like unique contracts, but majority partners are they lost the split. They went to 50-50.
That's kind of wild. Like I never knew. I would have never dreamed that. Like when Nick Merck switched, he talked about how Twitch basically gave him a salary. He didn't have a split. He just he got paid X amount of dollars regardless.
You guys,
which is kind of wild.
Well, so here's the thing. They paid him a salary. All the subs he got, all the gifted subs from people that thought they were supporting him, Twitch took all of it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I would have never, like, when I heard that, that blew my mind.
Like,
they had to have made so much money off of him, which I
think and they're losing money apparently.
on the
Clancy, he said they paid him well, right? Like he was taken care of, which I don't think he ever denied.
But like on the low end, he always had like what 30,000 subs.
Oh, it was a lot, yeah, all the time.
So let's say low end, 25,000 to 30,000.
Easily, yeah.
Fucking 5 times 30,000.
That's a lot.
Like, and they were just pocketing that off him.
Would that be 600K? Or no, wait, I did that math backwards. Sorry.
Still though, that's
5
a lot
times
profitable. I don't understand.
5 times 30,000. That would be
how many?
Like 150K, wouldn't it? So you figure they're pulling in 150K a month just off Nick Merckx?
Yeah, like
I think that math is right. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or whatever.
Yeah, 3 times 5, 15.
And then just had the zeros. But
wild.
The space right now and all the stuff going on in it is a little nutty. So protect yourself.
And what's crazy is coming back to comparing the two platforms, like we've kind of been doing here, is like Twitch finally announces after all these years that they're not profitable, and Kick has been around for a little over a year, I believe, and they're talking about how they are also profitable. But the main difference being that they're funded by, they're funded by stake, which gambling, as we all know, brings in millions upon millions of dollars. So that kind of doesn't surprise me, even though they have these big creators that they're paying very well
the difference
and doing the 95-5 split.
Yeah, but Amazon, right? Is Amazon profitable? Then is Twitch profitable?
So.
Amazon. So is stake profitable? Then is Kick profitable to stake?
Right? I think so. Yes,
that's the logic right there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
whereas like
Kick is making money.
What you're saying, Twitch. I don't think Twitch is making Amazon money. If that's
how though, if it's the same.
Maybe, right? I don't know, man. It's wild.
It's not like stake is bringing in money to Kick. It sounds like Kick's bringing in money to stake, right?
Yeah,
they are. Yeah, that's why they can throw money at these creators.
Why the hell is Twitch not making money for Amazon? What's the difference?
That's what I don't understand. That's why I said I'm not a businessman. It doesn't make sense to me.
If I open up a liquor store for Twitch, and if I open up a liquor store for Kick, and they sell the same amount, but Twitch's store is a lot bigger and it sells more, apparently, it's not profitable? Doesn't make sense. It's the same system, right? It's the same
you would think
product.
Bezos took all the Twitch profit and put it into his penis rocket.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense because it's the same system, it's the same everything. And for some reason, one system doesn't work for one and it works for the other. Because it's not saying it's because I know what you were saying, but like Amazon doesn't make money for Twitch. Twitch is the one that goes. It's the other way. It's the other way, right?
Yeah, and Amazon should be profitable.
What makes Kick profitable that Twitch can't be profitable? It doesn't make sense to me.
I think it's because they're essentially Kick was fully funded and started by the same people who own Stake. So technically, by saying Kick is profitable is by saying Stake is profitable. Even though you're saying, "Hey, we're Kick, we've only been around for a year and we're profitable. What's going on over there?" I think it's because
but is
you're
it
saying Stake is profitable without saying Stake is profitable, without having to
saying
outright say it. You know,
it's
does that make sense?
I think we're going about this the wrong way. So let's break it down.
all right?
Amazon bought Justin TV, turned into Twitch. Okay. They spent a lot of money on that. They started dishing out contracts and all this other happy horse shit to creators who are making a lot of money. A lot of money. Amazon is a separate entity. They are the owner of what was Justin TV, now Twitch.
Mhm.
Yeah, Twitch is advertisement for Amazon.
Twitch has not been able to provide them with enough of a sum base from all the expenditure that it is yet profitable. Does that make sense?
Yes. So if you say
the amount
if you say Twitch, here is $100 million, you sign these people, and then the rest goes to doing whatever you guys need to do. And here it is. And then now your advertisement for our site and for our products. And then now Twitch on the back end, after they've spent that, they wiped that $100 million out, right? They've not netted $100 million plus. I think that's what you're saying, right? The sum that they have been given to
it's basically
sign creators and spend on things, they've not surpassed that.
So I think it's I literally say
they're profitable.
I think Amazon just had a spending problem. They bought Twitch and they started giving a lot of money to a lot of people who they're like, it's bringing us in traffic. But the problem is they have to do that every month. And if they're not receiving enough back, they're going to be in the red. And they're still in the red from the purchase plus everything else that they've dished out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Amazon gave them X amount of money. They have not surpassed X amount. They've not been able to surpass X amount of money.
Because they continue to have to spend every month.
They have to keep trying to spend money to make money.
You pick
whereas Stake has all of the money from solely gambling, so they're able to throw money at people, and they're always going to see a return because their return is not.
If you notice,
there's from outside sources.
There's a lot of the contracts that have the Stake deals, and they have like the creator codes and stuff for Stake, which means they're bringing in extra money.
Yeah, I've seen it countless times where they say, "Oh, if you use my code to start a Stake account, you get 250 whatever it is, and you can start doing this." Well, okay, you win a few times, you lose a few, whatever the case may be. Then now you're just starting to, and not everybody does this, obviously, not everybody gambles, but it could seem like a fun thing to do. Before you know it, you're spending $10 here, $10 there of your out of pocket money just trying to win. So you're throwing your Stake is making money without Kick. So Kick is another way to basically entice people to gamble, and then they're always going to see a profit because their sole their sole thing. Kick is basically just more advertisement, and they can throw money because they're always going to make money. Like gambling is like the biggest thing. I mean, look at Vegas. They don't have income tax, and because gambling alone fuels that extra money that the state needs to do whatever it wants.
Yeah.
People don't have to pay taxes because gambling brings Vegas millions upon millions of dollars.
I believe the correct vernacular we're looking for is that Kick is separate from Stake, yes, but Kick is also another possible revenue stream to Stake. If that makes sense.
It's a way to get. It's almost a way to get more people to gamble that might not have. I had never in my life heard of Stake before Kick.
Same.
Case in point. I think that's it right there. That's all you need to know. And
So
people who have gambling problems or want to try to gamble and they make it look fun with the slots, you don't even have to leave your house and you can make money and blah blah blah. And then
also, if you have a gambling problem, please find help. If you're looking at it as a whole, the best way to look at it is it's a cohesive environment,
Mhm.
and the site made money. The site did not come in the red, whether the expenditures for servers, hands-on, IT, whatever. The site made money. And that is something that Twitch has yet to do.
yeah, because like, well, I guess where I'm coming from too, maybe a better way to say it is if you look at it maybe this way, like you said, Stake was established. They created Kick, right? Kick was not already established, so it's not like Kick is. It's not like Kick is a separate entity that is, hey, we're giving this streamer $10 million contract to stream. That Stake paid them. Kick didn't pay them. The money from the business that is Stake that created the ad platform essentially that is Kick. Stake paid these creators. Kick did not pay these creators. Whereas Amazon, they, like you said, they bought Twitch, and Twitch, however they do that, gets X amount of money. Now that money is not coming from Amazon anymore. That money is the money that Kick got or that Twitch got, and they're not making it back. The money the money that is going to creators from like on Kick is still coming from Stake. Does that make sense? Like, it's the same. That's what I'm saying. It's the same. So they've been able to throw money at them, and they're still getting their money from gambling. So they're able to, in my eyes, say Kick is profitable without saying it's because Stake was profitable, because they're the same business model. Like, does that make sense? It's the same. All the money is coming from the same place, and it's going to the same place. And gambling is always going to be profitable. I'm excited for the future of both platforms and just content creation in general to see where it continues to go. And if, as far as advice goes for new creators, I say you have to be everywhere. You have to be everywhere. You can't just hit live and expect things to happen. You have to be on Instagram. You have to be on Twitter. You have to be on YouTube. You have to be on whatever streaming platform you're going to want to be on. And you have to be, I mean, TikTok, like you said, is another really good one that can blow people up and get them discovered. You have to be everywhere.
I agree.
There's art to all of it.
I agree.
You have to figure out what works for you.
Pick where you want to go live. Make sure you do your offline content. Be comfortable with yourself. You're on the internet. You're going to receive shit eventually. If not yet, it will happen. Watch out for the snakes in the grass. There's a lot of them. And more importantly, just be your genuine self. If people don't like you for you, they can fuck off. Sorry for the language again.
Yep. No, hi.
It
has to be said. It has to be said.
I mean,
but yeah, you just have to you have to try to do everything in your power to get as many eyes on you as possible. And all of those outside sources are going to be what drives the traffic to wherever you decide to stream. That's going to be what drives them to that platform. And when you hit live, that's going to be, where those viewers come from most likely, because just getting discovered on the platform alone is not enough by any means.
Yeah.
Well, I think the important one is to use each platform to their fullest strength. YouTube for videos, TikTok for shorts, live streaming platforms for their live streams. I think that's the best way to look at it. Like Instagram, pictures, videos, shorts too as well.
Yep.
And don't switch. I think I messed up really bad on that. Every time when I switched over to Mixo, I left Twitch. I should have multi-streamed. When Kick, I left Twitch for like 3 months. Now I'm multi-streaming. Don't leave. Do not.
Well, to be fair, in your defense, when Mixer was around and you switched, it would have been against TOS to multi-stream.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody cared.
multi-streaming with, yeah, nobody cared really. There was people that did it, but technically, if you didn't want to take that risk, multi-streaming wasn't technically allowed. So,
Yeah,
but
but
now it
also,
is. So you should be everywhere and stream on them all until you see more success with one than the other.
mhm.
Then I think, and only then do you start thinking of where you want to call quote unquote home.
And I'll be that guy to add this in there because this is something I've struggled with for a long time. Don't burn yourself out. Play or stream or make content on what you enjoy. Because it's what
Have
you
to
enjoy.
enjoy it.
If you're not enjoying what you're doing, it's going to be evident and you're going to dread hitting go live, hitting record, whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, if you're thinking you're gonna make a quick buck off of it just because you're doing those things, you're gonna burn yourself out very fast. I think you have to. That's the biggest thing. You have to enjoy what you're doing. I literally started because I was gaming anyway, and a couple of my friends told me I should stream so they could play a game that they didn't have access to, and that's literally what started it for me. I was like, oh, I could like do what I'm doing anyway and play games, and like if people come in and they are having a good time and I meet new people and I get to talk to other people and like meet people like you two and we have a good time, like that to me is a blast. I don't even have to leave my house to meet new people and make friends that I can like talk to and game with. Like, okay, count me in. And you know, I was already doing it anyway, so to me, I enjoy it, and I'm not, like I said, we're all our genuine selves when we're doing it. So we're not
yeah.
we're not going to burn ourselves out by trying to do trying to be something that we're not. We're just doing it because we enjoy it and we have fun with it. So
I mean, good Lord, I ventured into a whole new genre of game that I never thought I would A, play
Same.
a lot, or B, enjoy as much as I am. And I am. It's painful at times, Tarkov, but it happens. And I love it. So go with what you feel.
Yep. What would be your advice to people, Wolf?
Don't use cheap people on Fiverr.
Consistency. I know you burn out, but like consistency, like
That's actually a big
oh yeah,
one.
that always sucks. But I mean,
Consistency is key.
Twitter people are
It is.
horrible too.
You know, I'm going to add on to my advice. Never say the word graphic, overlay, or logo on Twitter.
Oh god.
You will get bombarded with
Hey,
messages.
if you need impressions and engagement, though, that's the best way to do it.
For real.
Just don't do it.
Your DMs. Oh,
Don't do
Hey,
it.
I'm thinking of changing some stuff up. Where's who knows a good graphics designer? Bam, 50 likes. And you've gotten 2 likes on every other tweet.
I did it
God,
once.
to join the Discord.
I did it once. And I got 18 DMs. 18.
That's why it's so hard to get good graphics.
It's always the best when you get unwarranted people that want to they reach out to you and want to charge you for their work.
And all their work is
it should be the other way around, right?
Their work is generic copy pasta esports fucking logos.
We don't have to go down that rabbit hole, but yeah.
It's accurate.
It's a topic for
It is accurate. It's very
That can be the next podcast. All right.
That's why you just do what I did and you learn to do it all yourself, so you don't have to pay somebody to do something you don't like.
That's why you do what I do, and you know somebody who taught themselves how to do it, and then they do it for you.
That also works.
All right. That's about all I got.
Yeah. I think it was good.
All right. So
It was a good fun one back.
we hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, come back for more good times. Check out these 2 beautiful bastards down below. Our links will be there. And join our Discord, where we often do a lot of degenerate stuff. It's really dirty. No,
Not
but
the
actually,
bad kind though.
we hang out, we game, we have a good time.
Yeah.
We post
We
memes, we joke, we
We
stream.
do the things that friends do.
It's fun. You should do it.
It's a great time. Everybody's welcome.
Do it. But until next time, I've been the RB3.
I've been the Grizz,
And Wolf.
and we'll see you in the next one.
We're out.